Hey everyone, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can keep an eye on your plants directly inside Home Assistant. By combining a few smart tools and integrations, you can build a clean plant overview and even get notified when your plants need water, light, or attention. Let's get started. At my place, most things are already automated. But there are always those little ideas that stay on the "one day I'll do that" list. Plant monitoring was one of those for me. It might not be the first thing you think of when building a smart home, but it turns out to be surprisingly useful and fun. It's really nice to know how your plants are doing and to get a reminder when they need care. There's also a great online database called OpenPlantbook that contains detailed information about thousands of plant species. We can use that to automatically pull in the ideal conditions for each plant in our home. So what do we need? First, you'll need a plant sensor. I'm using Zigbee-based plant sensors that measure soil moisture, temperature, humidity, and light levels. Some versions also measure soil conductivity, but those tend to be more expensive. I've used sensors without a light sensor before, and I definitely recommend getting ones that include light. It makes it much easier to see whether your plants are getting enough sun where they replaced. I've connected mine using Zigbee2MQTT, but they also work with ZHA. If you've successfully paired yours with ZHA, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear about your setup. You can find these sensors on AliExpress, and I've put some links in the video description. Besides the hardware, we'll also need a few integrations and a custom dashboard card. First, make sure you have HACS installed. If you don't yet, I've made a separate video explaining how to do that. There is a link in the description. Once HACS is ready, you'll need to install 3 things. The first one is the OpenPlantbook integration. Add it as a custom repository in HACS, then install it. Next is the Plant Monitor integration. This works the same way. Add the repository to HACS, then install it. And finally, install the flower card so we can display everything nicely on the dashboard. Again, add the repository and then install the card. You'll find all the repository links in the video description. Once that's done, we can move on to setting everything up. To use OpenPlantbook, you'll need an API key from their website. After that, install the OpenPlantbook integration inside Home Assistant and enter your API credentials. Of course, you'll also need to pair your plant sensor using Zigbee2MQTT or ZHA so Home Assistant can see it. When your sensor appears in Home Assistant, add your plant in the Plant Monitor integration. You can give it a name. Choose the plant species so OpenPlantbook can identify it, and then link all the sensor entities provided by your device. In my case, I can select everything except conductivity because my sensor doesn't measure that. If your plant is found in OpenPlantbook, the ideal growing ranges are imported automatically, which is really convenient. It can take a few minutes before all data becomes visible, so just give it a moment. The Plant Monitor integration can also detect when something isn't right. For example, when your plant doesn't get enough water or light. You can enable alerts by adjusting the integration's options and selecting which sensors should trigger notifications. Now let's add the plant to the dashboard. Open any dashboard, add a new card, and choose the flower card. If you don't see it immediately, try refreshing your browser or restarting Home Assistant. Select your plant in the flower card settings and choose which values you want to display. You can also link the battery sensor for your plant sensor if available. My sensors don't report an exact battery percentage. They just show low, medium, or high. So I created a template sensor that converts those states into percentages. If your sensor reports actual percentages, let me know. I'm curious which models do. And that's it. You now have your plants visible directly on your Home Assistant dashboard. You can even create automations that notify you when soil moisture drops below a certain level. I've got another tutorial on that if you're interested. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. Let me know in the comments if you try it yourself. If you'd like to support the channel, you can do so through Patreon, Ko-Fi, or by becoming a YouTube member. It really helps me keep creating content like this. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe so you don't miss future tutorials. See you in the next one. Bye.